Hello, good evening, and welcome to Monkeys with Fire. How's everybody tonight? Hope you're all well. So, we've got a little bit of a special show tonight, as we're going to be taking a look at a couple of items that will be released in the coming weeks. We're going to be taking a look at 3 new releases from Loke Battle Mats, and I'm calling out one of them here, which is the Dungeon Designer's deck. So these are going to be interesting. Now, I believe that the team are going to be at Gen Con, and that would be an opportunity for viewers to actually check them out and see them in person if you are over in the States. There are links in the video description so that you are able to pre-order in advance. So, yes, I think what we'll do is we'll just go to the table and I can show you what else we've got. Before I do that, of course, my thanks to Loke Battle Mats for sending out these items. It was a genuine surprise. I receive lots of parcels, but I usually know what's turning up, and these just arrived, which is fantastic. So it was a really, really nice opening the box up and seeing what there was to be found inside. Anyway, let's go to the table and take a look. Alright, so here we go. As already seen, we've got the Dungeon Designer's deck. 100 cards to level up your dungeon game. Okay, interesting. I love the artwork on this. I think that's really, really good. We've got Dumb Dares and Silly Side Quests, the in-character game for your RPG party. Alright, that is going to be very different. Interesting. Let's put this just over here, because what we also then have is the Calendar of Many Adventures. And I believe they've done these calendars for a couple of years now. This is the first time that I've had opportunity to take a look. So this is, of course, for 2026. Includes 12 battle maps and adventures. So we're going to start with this one. So let's have a look. I always, when you get a new calendar, check out the all the images for the year ahead. Pick your favourites so you know which month you like. But this is quite novel, isn't it? Because all of the images are actual battle mats for you to play on. So as it says here, what do we have? A year of adventure awaits. Attention adventurers, level up your RPG sessions with this 12-month wall calendar featuring stunning 12x12 battle mats and 12 epic adventures to play throughout the year. Each month, scan the QR code to access a 5e adventure designed for that month's map, taking your party from 1st to 5th level. The adventures can be played as a campaign or as 12 individual one-shots. So that's actually a really cool idea. I like this. This is a good idea. Now, I don't play 5e, but I'm sure you could take the essence of what that adventure might be and fashion it for your system, whichever system you're playing. Maybe I could do something for Dragonbane. But let's go and take a look inside. It's all about those fantastic mats, isn't it? Oh, wow, look at this. So we have a broken ship within an ice floe. This is cool. Oh my goodness. Regulars to the channel might remember I painted up a giant dragon turtle, wasn't it? Wouldn't that be fantastic? The dragon turtle bursting from the depths and having your party on either side having to fight it. That'd actually be quite cool. And of course, given the size of the dragon turtle, it would fit into this sort of area quite nicely. That's cool. I mean, we can have a quick scan here. I'm not going to put on in here what we got. Party crasher. How long before this crashed air? Oh, it's an airship. Oh, okay. Sinks below the ice. So scan the QR code. Ah, so these this is not sails as I thought. This is actually what was the sort of the air balloon sort of aspect of it, isn't it? Okay, that's cool. I like that. We do have. I didn't realise that the 19th of January is Brew a Potion Day. That's an interesting one. All right, let's take a look at the next. As we go through these, let me know if it's your which is your favourite design, which month you like. So what's this? This looks as if this is it a mausoleum? And we have a bit of a sort of graveyard here, but during the snowy months, I guess that would be appropriate for February. So, maybe these are themed. So maybe do we get more summery scenes during June and July time? We had January, which had ice. February's got ice. This is quite clever. I like this. Or it's really, really obvious, and I'm slow to pick up on it. March the 4th, International GM's Day. Is that when you're supposed to buy your GM a nice card and a little gift? So make a note in your diary. What do we have here? This large sword. Was it part of a statue that's fallen off somewhere else? We seem to have... might have thought this was a bit of a jetty. But, so... Is this area, was this part of a lake that suddenly dried up? Interesting. Quagmire. We're certainly getting greener, more colourful scenes. I like all of these columns. I did a kind of scene like this. I used actually one of the battle mats from Loke Battle Mats as the inspiration for a actual 3D scene that I made out of polystyrene and using various crafting tools. So, and I actually had some columns like this which I painted up, which was quite cool. Bard Appreciation Day on the 1st of April. This is interesting. So we got a variety of different rooms, and then we have broken sections in the wall, but this huge hole that must go down into a lower level. Very colourful. Little bits of scenery in there. I imagine if you have the sort of sticky films that Loke Battle Mats do, you probably could put them on here and they will peel off. So you can add additional scenery to your maps. Well, this is more jungle-like. This is referring to a geyser. I wonder what might occur here. And this is July. Oh, this is nice. I like this. Again, we've got some little areas of scenery. Reminds me of, is it Rivertown? Or Lake Town, sorry, Lake Town, isn't it? In The Hobbit. Ah, yes, this is at a higher level, isn't it? Got some stairs leading up. That's cool. I like that. And what's in this barrel? What I want to know. So, is this a bit of a waterfall type thing, or maybe some rapids? It's certainly descending down, isn't it? Or is it coming this way? I think it might be coming this way. Yes, and we can sort of work our way down this way. Is it safe to cross here? Maybe not. September the 19th. Talk Like a Pirate Day. I am actually finding that all of the dates that are marked in the calendar quite interesting. There's some really weird and wonderful ones that I think gamers might appreciate. But what's happening in September? We have something evil is taking place in these overgrown ruins. Okay, sounds ominous. I like this one. This is cool. This is really nice. I'm trying to sort of not let the light glare too much on this, but that's really cool. I like the detailing. More the texture, I guess. What do we have? We basically have this lower section here. We just come up various sort of natural stairs, don't we? So I wonder, where does this lead? Is this a cave that goes into another location? We're in November, we're starting to get that autumn feel. We have a tower. Or is it a lighthouse? Could be a lighthouse, couldn't it? I suppose the lighthouse would have to go higher than this, but it does seem to be raised. We have some stairs here. A beacon tower, it does actually say. You see, if I did look down at the bottom and so look at what the actual adventure is about, there's a bit of a clue. Ah, a functional ship and a real sailing ship this time. That explains maybe why the other one was smaller, with it being an airship. And that's the final one. And then we got this nice piece of art. With a bit of a note regarding dragons. But we have our January. That's cool. Okay, so that's a worthy addition, and maybe if this is an ideal gift come sort of Christmas time, isn't it? For somebody who's into their gaming. Yeah, I can see where this might definitely be handy and gives you something different to play every month. And certainly you could either, as it suggests, you can play them all together, or you can just play them individually as and when you feel like you want to. Or, as I said before, is if you don't play 5e, you could always adapt the creative elements into your fantasy system of choice, and still get lots of fun from it. So I like that. That's really cool. I'm just going to put that over there. And we're going to look at this dumb dares and silly side quests. So, just put that there. Let's have a look on the back. Okay. Unleash hilarious chaos in your game. Prepare for moments that will make your RPG group laugh, cringe, and possibly question their life choices. But most importantly, create memories that will last longer than a dungeon crawl. How to play. Before or during your RPG session, deal out a handful of hilarious dares to the players. Players attempt dares in character during your RPG session. The more absurd, the more entertaining. The Games Master gets in on the action too, daring NPCs to get in on the fun. Laugh until your dice roll off the table. Alright, interesting. Let's take a look. I do like, just so I'll bring it up so you can see clearly, I like this style of artwork. So kudos to the artist, and again I like this one as well. I think this is one I prefer out of the two. So yeah, okay. So we've got our group of adventurers, clearly in some tavern somewhere. Oh, and we got a little additional picture in there. That's nice. Okay, let's put that back in. Oh, can I do it properly? There we go. Excellent. Right. So, gosh, that's a fair number of cards. So how to play. It is the characters and the NPCs that perform the dares during the RPG game, not the players in the real world. So we've got two different modes of play. Each player chooses a card and passes it to another player. Repeat until everyone has 3 cards in their hand. Everyone then tries to perform the dares in character during the RPG session. Once a dare is complete, draw another card and maybe get a reward. Oh, what rewards might you get? So in-game, as it's the characters doing the dares, it seems only fair to reward them directly, either by system-appropriate boosts, reputation advances, or even some loot. Okay, so up to GM's discretion, isn't it? And it gives some examples during a 5e session. What else do we have? No more. So looking at the sort of anatomy of the card. The top text is the dare for the character to complete. The lower text is simply a suggestion of what the character could do. How they actually complete the dare is entirely up to them. Alright. How to win. The character or NPC who completes the most dares wins. We also highly recommend the GM also reward characters or NPCs for flair and any other distinctive moves. Okay. Right, interesting. So, we've got, as you can see, a huge deck of dares, and I imagine that these are all. So we can jump to the back here. So, discuss tactics like a sports team coach with plenty of acronym. That word there. Let's go for a classic pyramid formation. After all, it's a game of 3 halves. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I'd be very good at that one. Turn every situation possible into a competition. Winner is the first one to chop off its head and sink it in that hole. Okay. Keep your left eye closed for as long as possible. So, I guess, yeah, these are silly. Talk like someone can't hear you. It is essentially a game within a game, isn't it? Would you be doing this while you're out and about adventuring, slaying goblins? Or is this something more for when you are resting and in the tavern? Get someone else to carry all your gear? Big yourself up? Dramatically fall over? Refer to a companion as if they are not present or deceased. It's what Dan would have wanted. Okay, that's actually quite funny. I'm going to keep that to one side. I reckon that would be a good one. Issue parking fines to all unattended horses. Okay. Annoyingly procrastinate. Yeah, that's just some people playing anyway. Annoy a bard. Okay. Save a companion and never let them forget. Remember that time that I saved you? Invent an animal and convince someone it's real. I just saw a 7-bollock eagle. Okay, so yes, there is definitely some questionable language within these. Confidently wield something in combat which is not a weapon. Okay, yeah, we've definitely reached the inappropriate. So is this a little bit like Cards Against Humanity type thing in the game? Steal items, yeah, okay. Yeah. This is, well, it's definitely interesting. I mean, obviously we've got a huge number here. Find a plausible reason to keep all the gold. Translate what the pigeons are saying. It is all swears, taunts, and insults. That pigeon really hates your mother. Get a pet and give it the same name as one of your companions. We named the monkey Jack. Okay. Yeah. I can see having fun with some of these. I don't know. Some of them would work within the my game session, and others clearly wouldn't. I don't know if I would find it sort of breaking sort of the immersion or the breaking the it's like, you know, fourth wall breaking a little bit. Because a lot of this is what we would find funny. Would our fantasy characters find it funny? Would it be relevant to them? Coin a catchphrase. That's going to always turn left. Yeah, interesting. There's find a fellow owner of a surprising body trait. Eat every mushroom you find. Convince a companion that you are clairvoyant. A time traveler. Definitely an interesting addition. I guess it's one you'd obviously have to know that your group would be up for having this sort of level of immersion. That was what the word I was looking for. Immersion breaking. If you are trying to keep everything, say for if you're playing the One Ring, and you're trying to, you know, obviously be as as authentic to the world of Middle-earth and to Tolkien's writings, and then for you to come along and start giving parking tickets to horses, it doesn't quite fit, does it? So I guess it's a case of, you know, does it work for your particular game? Does it work for your group? Is it something that they would like to do? If it does, fantastic. It's going to be great. And maybe you would just do it as a get, you know, purposely not be playing your main quest and actually just be sat around drinking in the tavern. I guess this is a little bit more of the sort of lifestyle side of role playing, isn't it? I don't think it kind of works within the adventuring side, but maybe that's just me. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment in on the video whether you would actually play with that and how you would incorporate it as part of your game. Make sure you tell me, of course, what system you are playing. I'd be interested to hear your feedback on it. All right, let's swap over and let's do the Dungeon Designers deck. 100 cards to level up your dungeon game. All right. Again, I really like this artwork. I think this is great. Really nice. So what have we got? We got 100 cards, 60 terrain encounter cards, 10 quest cards, 10 room cards, 10 door cards, 5 enemy generator cards, 3 how to use cards, and 2 random loot cards. So good to know. The dungeon generator, instant setup, add to any battle map, 200 plus encounters, great for solo RPG play, with quick start, ready to play rooms and quests. Alright, 50 pages in the rulebook. Oh, let's see how they cram all of it into this little box. So, we have our book. Yep, there's plenty there. Alright. We've got our map. I'm going to put, where am I going to put this? I'm going to put that there. So, we have, what do we have? Fold out. That's actually reasonably large. What's that? Is it A3? Maybe? This looks about A4, doesn't it? So this is a plain dungeon area. And then this one is set out as 2 main rooms and a bit of a corridor. Let's we'll put that one down. Let's just put that there, try and put it flat as best as I can. Going to, oh, there we go. Is that going to work? No, it's not going to work. I need to put, we'll put that there. We'll put that there conveniently. There we go. All right. So, what do we have? So, how to use. So, oh right, so this is add to your games. This deck of cards is not a standalone game. Instead, they add to your existing fantasy role-playing game. They can be used to quickly generate encounters, plan out large dungeons, or even provide a solo play experience. Rules are presented to these cards for games of 5e, the most popular edition of the best-known role-playing game. 5e has a free rule set available. Okay. So what do we have? Deal encounter cards whenever a new dungeon room is entered. We suggest 1d4 cards per room, depending on room size. Roll an encounter from the back of each card and place them scenery side up on your battle map. Door card. Deal a door card whenever a door needs to be interacted with. Okay. Rooms, quests, enemies, and loots. So preset rooms using set encounter cards with special rules. With a possible boss encounter. Okay, we got random dungeon. solo play, difficulty keywords. We got various quests. All right, let's dive on in. And this actually goes through. Ah, this is cool. So you can actually, here's rooms, the arcane study. Add and generate an encounter from the following cards in this room. So you need to get the Stargazer study, card 8, the desk, card 31, the large rug, 32, and the magic circle, 38. And it says, a difficulty arcana check will uncover one clue from each encounter card in this room. So, if, okay. And then there is a finale encounter. So this is the Arcane Study, a wizard's private sanctum, where they perform their arcane research. Let's see if we can actually make that up. Now, have I knocked all of these out of order? I was taking a look at the weekend. Let's see what we've got. So we have our various doors. We'll take a look at those in a bit. We have our enemies. We got our magical, well, you got loot, magical loot, loot. Okay. How to use. So this is in essence what we've actually looked at in the rules, but provided in card form. That's a quick and easy reference. We have some quests. Okay. The cards are, this is decent card stock. This is good. Because I can imagine this would get lots of use. So, okay. Everything is numbered. And in fact, I think I've kept this in order. Which is good. So let's see if we can make up one of these rooms. And I can see I've knocked it out already. There's one. We got 7. Yes, here we go. See, I am that person who gets something new, wants to then look at it and ruin everything as far as the careful order it was in, because I didn't realise that when I started. Okay, so where was the room? Was it the quests? Oh no, it's actually. Oh, here we go. Rooms. There we go. So, in fact, you don't necessarily need the this booklet because they provide everything on cards. So it was the arcane study. There we go. Let's build this up. So what are we after? The Stargazer study 8. Gonna find that. I like this. This is good. So 8. Where's 8? There's 8. Okay. Then it's 31. 31. 32, conveniently. And 38. There it is. There's our 4 cards. I'm going to put these others in order. So where was card 1? There's 2. Or was it card 1 first? Yeah, card 1's the first one. That kind of helps, doesn't it? 1 comes first. So we got 6, 7, 14, 13, 14, 18, 24. That'll just make it easier. to do the next one. All right, cool. So let's. I've made myself all this. I've not got any room. I want to put that there. I want to build into this room here. Maybe do we do it? Yeah, let's put this here. Okay, so what have we got? And when you is it when you interact? So set piece locations, multiple cards. Yep. So do you actually? Roll an encounter from the back of each card and then place them on a scenery side up. Okay, so you'd have to remember what you rolled. I guess what would be interesting, because these are all D6, you could roll, leave your dice next to your card, couldn't you? And that would then indicate what each of these might be. Oh, let's do that. Let me grab a dice. So, I don't want to ruin the surprise. We're going to place so these cards. The artwork's really nice, as we've come to expect. Got a bit of a rug here. There's a magic circle. Okay, because I can't really go too far off. You can see how these work. We'll put that there. That makes sense, doesn't it? We can have a nice rug. There you go. And we'll just roll some dice. So that's a 6, 5. I want a different. Oh gosh. 4. I have something different. There's a 1. Okay, so we can come on into this room. We're in this arcane study, which we'll assume from the trappings that are in here. You can see some potions. We've got a desk there. Let's so we check out the rug. What's it tell us about the rug? We rolled a 1. So a large, well-worn rug has been laid over the flagstones here. It's a pit trap. So a routine perception check. Notice the rug is covering a hole. The first to step on the rug will fall into a 20-foot deep pit. Oh no! Pulling the rug, athletics check as a bonus action. The result of this check is a dexterity saving throw. DC anyone on the rug must make. Okay. Interesting. So we potentially would fall into this pit, but as long as we're able to check it out. So I guess initially it's going to be the games master who will know what's happening on each of these. That's cool. And the good thing about it is that it's a random dice roll, isn't it? So you could have it as a pit one time and have it something different the next time. Keep your players on their toes. I'm liking this. Let's have a look at this desk then. We got a 4. So spelling on the desk is a magic scroll. Okay, I'll take the magic scroll. Thank you very much. An imposing desk topped with papers. All right, that was actually good. So we might have gone into a pit, but we've now got a magic scroll. Let's check this one out. 6. A deaf scope. The telescope is actually a mimic. It scores an automatic critical hit on anyone putting their eye on the scope. We shouldn't have looked. You see? Yeah, alright. That's cool. I like that. And then finally, this magic circle. Slightly glowing set of circles and symbols inscribed in carved channels. We got a 5. The summoning. The first time the circle is crossed, undead teleport into existence adjacent to the characters. They attack with surprise. So we got a whole load of undead. Now, does that mean... It does, it does. We can come to this enemies. And undead. We roll a 1d6. And depending on what we get either skeletons, zombies, shadows, or a spectre. And then the boss is a ghast. But this is for first and second level parties. What's a ghast? And how do we get the boss? How do we get the boss? This again, they said that you could use it as a solo play. This would be a lot of fun, I think. So how do we get the boss? Boss. Solo play. The Dungeon Designers deck can be also used to facilitate solo play by playing our included quests or simply drawing encounter or door cards as you work through a dungeon. Yeah, that's a good idea. But how do we generate our boss? Oh, maybe we should we? We'll look at the quest cards in a bit. I'm going to stay with these, but I want to know, where do we bring the bosses in? We do have a quest for the alchemist, so I might want to keep this set up. It doesn't... Is it part of the actual quests? Ah, here we go. Yeah, see, the alchemist final encounter takes place in the arcane study. So we've created that, haven't we? An evil rival who rules over the dungeon has taken the ingredients. This is the boss found in the arcane study. Okay. Oh, we'll take a look at that quest, that particular one, and we'll use that as to understand. But let's just take a quick scan at some of these cards. What do we have? We got study desks. Looks like a weapons stash. Again, you know, the art is really, really cool. I'm not going to turn all these over because I don't want to ruin any of the surprises. But we can just appreciate some of the artwork here. Oh, what's that? Some stairs going down. This is cool. I'd like to see the same principle, but maybe it's an outsider, a wilderness designer's deck. Could we have something like that? You know, that's just typical gamer, isn't it? That this hasn't even come out yet, and I'd already like to see a different version of it, please. But it's just because this actually is a really good idea. And as you can see, it's pretty small. So being able to sort of transport this, it's going to be quite easy, isn't it? And I wonder, oh, let's see, can we... Because, again, regulars to the channel will have seen a few months ago, I took a look at the little book of battle mats. So let's see, do we have a dungeon? I've put some of my my stickies, my clings in here. Let's see, do we have a dungeon? Maybe I don't, because this is destinations and curiosities. I maybe need the dungeon one, don't I? Oh, here we go. Here we go. That kind of... Oh, here we go. So, here we go. We can actually see it's a similar setup, isn't it? Let's... Is there a section? Yes, here we go. I've already put in some scenery into this, but there's no reason why And it does. They fit perfectly. Look. Oh, this is great. This is a great addition. It makes sense, of course, because these cards will be your 1 inch per square for your minis. And you can put them this way as well. So you can add bits of scenery. How about putting this one in? There you go, that fits in nicely. I like this a lot. This is a great idea. So I do want to see some kind of wilderness version. Let's have a quick scan then. We had doors, so a variety of different doors. And again, Loke Battle Mats do a standee, but it's an acrylic standee with this wonderful artwork. It's a box, I think it's about 30 or so different doors that you can put up around your map. And then, of course, what you can have is these cards. So when somebody goes and opens that door, what do we get? We get an arch door. So it gives us some rules, or if you were wanting to sort of bash this door down. And then status roll 1d6. 1 to 4 is unlocked, 5 is locked, and 6 guard patrol. There's a denizen guard patrol that passes this door every 2d6 minutes. So this is cool. Gives you some random elements. Let's choose another door and see if we get some kind of different result. This one's an interesting one. A vault door. So it's, well, status is fixed, it's locked. There are 4 complex mechanical locks sealing this door. 2 are difficult to pick, 1 is very difficult, and the last is near impossible. The wards on this door make it immune to spells below 6th level. Keys, collecting 1 D3 plus 2 clues will open the door as keys and codes are found. Treasure, a door is strong and secure, must protect an impressive treasure. Always spawn a treasure vault, special room behind this door. I feel like I want to know what the treasure vault is now. Is that one of these? Let's have a quick look. We go to Great Hall, Sewage Plant, Ritual, a treasure vault. Here we go. So, add and generate an encounter from the following cards. We've got Fountain, Chest, Puzzle Floor, and Loot Stores. Locked, the door to access this room is always the vault door. Okay, cool, this is really good. Right, let's so we did the arcane study, didn't we? So put our rooms there, and let's then look at these quests. So the alchemist. Let's have a look and see what the quest was. A famous guild alchemist has hired the characters to travel to a remote dungeon to collect valuable ingredients stolen from one of their shipments. So the mission, the alchemist needs 2d4 plus 4 of their ingredients recovered from the dungeon. Backstory, an evil rival who rules over the dungeon has taken the ingredients. This is the boss found in the arcane study. Clues, each clue represents an ingredient stashed in the dungeon. Rooms, after 5 rooms spawn a library. After a further 5 rooms spawn the arcane study. So final encounter takes place in the arcane study. The following special rules apply. A difficult herbalist kit or alchemist supplies check will also be able to harvest 1 extra clue from either the mossy floor, the giant crystals, or the spider webs. Okay. So ultimately, you would just use the deck, generate rooms randomly. And I guess that would be kind of a bit of a mishmash of items, but as it says, you need to create a library at one point, and then finally you create this arcane study. 30% chance for each denizen in this dungeon to carry and try to use a magic potion. The rewards, coin and potions. Each ingredient retrieved is worth a stash of coin, and the alchemist is also will also give each player a potion as an extra reward. I like this. This is very good. Very good. It's a really quick and easy way of generating ideas and dungeons that you can put into your game. You can follow the actual layout of these rooms, or you can create your own from a huge deck of, I think it's like 60 odd cards. You get ideas as far as quests. You've got little random tables here for what potions you might pick up. This is great. I really like this. This is Dungeon Designer's Deck. I think this is a very useful product. If you, of course, enjoy your dungeon delving, then yeah, I would definitely put that on my list. So sort of tell me in the comments what kind of dungeon would you create? We've got plenty of different scenery cards here. Very good. What's below the trap door? Aha, here we go, plenty of treasure. Yeah, I think this is awesome. I guess it's kind of like the film Klings, the Kling films, whatever. Except this adds so much more, because each of these cards links to quests, has details, has little roll tables associated with them. So as opposed to it just being a piece of scenery that you're adding to your map, you've got so much more gaming material to include as well. So I like that. I think that's great. So, well, there you go. I hope that gave you a decent look at these 3 new items to be released from Loke Battle Mats in August time. As I said, if you are attending Gen Con, then do go and check them out. They do have a stand there, and you'll be able to see these in person. And of course, all their many other products that they do, all the different little book of battle mats and giant book of battle mats. So there's plenty of items to enhance your gaming. So yeah, be sure to give them a shout if you're there. And if not, then as I say, the links are in the video for you to be able to pre-order these. They release in August time, so it's actually not that far away, is it? Thanks again to Loke Battle Mats for providing these. This was a joy. I really did enjoy looking at these. I think this is great. I really like Dungeon Designer's Deck. Definitely worth it. Show for next week. A game that I've been looking forward to receiving that has turned up. We are going to be taking a look at Outgunned Adventure. If you have watched the channel probably a good few months ago now, we took a look at the Outgunned series from Two Little Mice, and we looked at the world of killers, and we looked at action flicks, and basically this is a cinematic action RPG. You can play all of your sort of famous characters from your action movies. World of Killers, of course, focuses on a little bit more in that sort of like John Wick style of movie. But Outgunned Adventure, no surprises what the theming is on this one. If you've ever wanted to play Indiana Jones, the RPG, well, this is the game book for you. Maybe you wanted to be Lara Croft. Maybe you wanted to be, what's his name? Drake. Oh, I can't think of his first name. Typical. Yep. Put it in the comments, chat. I can't think of... what's his... from Uncharted, isn't it? I know his last name's Drake, but I can't think of his first name now. Terrible, terrible. Anyway, any of those adventuring heroes across any time period, doesn't necessarily have to be set in the sort of 1930s, 1940s. But if you want a bit of adventure, if you are going to go down into a tomb looking for treasure that definitely belongs in a museum, then this will be the game for you. So that's what we're going to take a look at next week. So I hope to see you then for that. Thanks for watching. Please do leave any comments and I'll do my best to answer them during the course of the week. But until next time, bye for now.